Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Junaid, and today I've got a special video that I'm creating, and it's all around the different things that we go through, right? As you become a book publisher with having published multiple books, for example, I've been able to publish a few books over the past 2 years. Uh, I've got my third book coming out. It's soft launch, and we're launching it on Friday. And I wanted to basically walk you through, hey, how to put it together. My other two books are, A to Zoo and how do you do this? Mastering iPhone Video Production. So super, super excited to walk you through the different process that I go through. Now, if you have self-published yourself, you probably are familiar with this platform over here. So I'm going to switch over to the Safari window. Here's my Facebook, but I want to really showcase this one. And in here, you can see so focus on this one. So here you can see that you've got, multiple books on your bookshelf, essentially, that you can create, manage, and publish. And as I've already done the Home Studio Mastery, I've got the Kindle ebook and the paperback book already ready. I'm working on the hardcover. The next thing that I need to do is work on the Audible version, which is, again, located over at acx.com. I haven't added any things over here. So to do the audiobook, you would basically, once you set it up and claim the title inside here, you can then upload opening credits. You can set up the chapters in here. You can set up all of these things, as well as a retail video sample, so that people kind of get to hear what's going to be in your book. So as you're setting all of that up, there's a process involved, right? You've got to record all of this stuff. So as I'm going through this process myself, I've got my book laid out over here. I've got the introduction, the table of contents here. You can see all the things over here. So I'm like, okay, I need to start recording. So as I'm recording them, and then I'm using the tools such as Adobe Audition here. So here's my introduction introduction to the book, all recorded over here, and I go through a specific process to see that. So you'll notice down here, I've opened it, I started recording, then I deleted some audio, then I record again, delete the audio, amplify, normalize, delete some of the pieces, and then basically have the entire introduction.wave set up. Now I want to make sure that I have the loudness and everything set up correctly as well. I'm going to do that after the fact. But as I'm going through the entire process, here is where I'm going to start uploading. And of course, I want to do some research. So I went over to my library. I listened to Day Trading Attention. I listened to some of the other books that I've listened to over the years, right? You kind of forget what happens and what's all involved. So I listened to, this one, and you can actually see the entire structure of their chapters. So they have the opening credits, they have the chapters listed out, and then you can essentially kind of get an idea of, how that's going to lay out. And as you're writing the book, you should already have an idea of what's going to go in here. So if I were to zoom in to my table of contents here, right, so let's go to 200%. I have, all of this information already here, and that's going to help me say, hey, this is what I'm going to be recording. So what I want to show you is, as I'm recording this in Adobe Audition, I was like, okay, I read the intro, I got the about the author, and then as I'm recording this section of my book, so let's switch to that section of the book. Now, this section of the book that I'm talking about is basically, these are real stories I call them real stories, real results, or real success. And these are essentially reviews, and these are essentially recommendations from people that I've worked with, right? So clients of mine, customers of mine, people that I work with, friends of mine, and how they've gotten experience back from them. So as I'm reading this, I'm like, okay, do I really want to be reading recommendations that other people have made for me? What if I had their voice, or what if I had somebody else record that piece? And you'll notice a lot of people do that. So now I have been using a really cool tool for some time now for my podcast, and it enables me to, show up these things. And as I'm promoting the book, as I'm putting this book together, right, I want to make sure that as I'm recording the audio, I bring the most authentic experience for you in it as well. So the tool that I'm using is a really cool tool. So again, fly out. I like these things. So the tool that I'm using to put this thing together is none other than 11 Labs over the AI voice generator. Now, why I use this tool and why I love this tool is because you can paste in your text and it'll create the speech from it. There's also speech to speech, which is, I don't know how that would work, but that would be really interesting. I guess you can upload your own speech and then have it do a different voice. That would be kind of weird. So what I was like, okay, I can go and grab the voices, and if you could see here, I created 3 different voices that I can use for my own text to voice generation. I'm like, okay, this would be cool, but because I want to use different voices for the recommendations, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go here, and I will go ahead and look through the library. So in the library, you can see there's hundreds and thousands of other people's voices that you can literally grab and use, because you're, number one, you're paying for 11 Labs. You can already grab these audio files and you can add them to your voices. For example, this audio voice is added to their own libraries by 2.4 thousand users with 7.7 millions of characters audio generated, which is insane. Like, this is one of the lower ones. This one is 36.2 million. So that's how many characters of voice have been generated. And you can listen to them by simply clicking on the sample over here, and you might recognize these people. Now, all of these ones, this is a high quality professional voice clone, right? This audio is generated by 11 Labs. It's literally an AI voice. But this orange one is actually a professional voice clone, meaning Syra over here recorded her audio and uploaded it to the system so that other people could use, right? So Syra is a pen name of a very talented Indian actress. We don't know who that person is, but we can listen to that sample here. And it's actually in Hindi, and you can see this language over here. You know, it's in Hindi. This is in English. So you can also isolate. Hey, I want to filter out and just give me English language narration, and in that way you can pick the right person. And for example, I say English, so it's gonna update here. And now I see all of these voices down here, so I can listen to these guys. So what I did is I was like, oh, let me go ahead and add some voices in here. I selected some voices to use for some of the people that wrote the reviews. And when you have the creator level account, so for example, I have about 100,000 quota remaining that I can use on every month. I can create projects in here, and with the projects you can actually use it for long form content, and this makes it a lot easy. So let's get into the meat of it. I created the 7 stages of home studio evolution project already. I'm going to go ahead and open it, and I can literally drop in all of the text here. I can choose this paragraph, choose my own voice over here or a different voice, right? And then I can simply click on play. And that's how easy it is to create it. And once I do that conversion, it's going to take this text and record it. It'll convert it into speech, text to speech again, and then I can literally download this and put it in Adobe Audition or put it in any audio editing software. So yeah, it's really cool. So I was like, okay, let me use other voices for real success, real stories. So for this one, I used this voice for Shiley, and then for this person, I used smooth audiobook voice, and then I can simply click on, make sure that all the text is correct, and I can simply click on play, and it'll generate the audio for me. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear this audio or not. Let me make sure that you can hear it. So once that is done, all right, once that is done, I can simply click on download, and this audio will download into my computer that I can then bring into my session inside Adobe Audition. So let me go ahead and pull that file. All right, so I have pulled the file up. This is the file that we created, and I simply want to insert it into this session. And now I have these two files back to back. And all I need to do is just drag this up here, and this starts looking like the real success, real stories section. So different audio files all put together, and then I'll have this text piece recorded by me, and then I can insert and put these entire track together that's going to create that experience for you when you're listening to the audio. So again, lots of different tools. You just got to know how to put them all together. You got to know how to use the tools and utilize them for your own benefit. Sure, I can record all of this, or I can reach out to the different people. Hey, can you read this piece and then send me the audio? I think that could be pretty fun, and then I can include it into the audiobook. But if you have really short time, or if you want to get work done much quicker, you can easily use tools like 11 Labs. And I've seen people use 11 Labs to again make money off of it, because they can lend their voice to other people. They can record their voice, and now you have a secondary or another way or another passive income strategy. So anyways, short video here on how to set things up for your own audiobook. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys, and catch you again soon. I need to play out the music. Tell me if you can hear the music.